Hello everybody, guess who's here? The Laser Blazers here, and today, just recently, Supercell has released the patch notes for the new patch in Clash Royale, which will be live 12/15, so that'll be tomorrow. Now it'll be in 3 days. And I'm just going to kind of put my ideas on how they're going to change the meta and stuff. If you guys don't know, I'm a big Clash Royale player. I'm in the highest arena, 3,400 so trophies. One of the top players, like maybe, I don't know, like top 5%, top 10%, I don't know, but pretty high up. So I'm going to see, like I've already read over these a bit, but I'm going to basically compile my thoughts on it. I'm going to try and do this for every balance update in the future. Maybe I'll have like a guest sometime talk about it, another Clash player. But the first thing is the Elite Barbarians. The hit points have been raised 19%, which is pretty big. And the damage output is 14% more. And the hit speed has also become faster. So basically just all around making Elite Barbarians such a better card. They were underpowered, especially for 6 Elixir when they were released. They weren't really used at all, like in the top like 200 players in the world or stuff. So this I watched Orange Juice's video on it, and it changes a lot of interactions. Like they get many shots more on the tower, which will be a big difference if you're like pushing with Hog Rider, Leap Barbs. They kill stuff faster. They do more damage, they take more damage. It's just all around making them a better card. However, I don't see them being like one of the top 5 cards in the game. At the moment, I'm of course this isn't live yet, so I'm not gonna I can't see them being one of the best cards in the game even after this huge buff. And minions will still take them down. You can still distract them with like 5 Elixir Barbs, pull them. Like get both towers to be locked on. A lot of stuff counters them for a positive elixir trade. So I don't see them becoming one of the best, but they're very better now. Tornado, again, another card that they just released, wasn't seeing a lot of use. It's basically just used for either pulling a Hog Rider or Miner, switching lanes, activating your King Tower before one of your Arena Towers is taken down. Stronger pulling power, which basically will pull it even if I think it's running. If it has a very fast movement speed, it'll still pull him back. But Tornado can create some really fun and interesting interactions, but it's still hard to use consistently. Bigger radius, increased pulling power opens up more opportunities for successful tornadoing. Will this replace the Fireball? I do not think so. Still doesn't deal nearly enough damage. It deals like less than a zap, I think, which isn't good at all. I still don't think it'll be used a lot, because Tornado is one of those decks you can't just throw. The good cards at the moment are like Mega Minion, Archers, Zap, Log. Those you can just throw into any deck. Tornado is with a Tornado, it's not a win card. It's not something you can just throw in. It needs to be like a deck based around the Tornado, but it's still not a win condition. So I really don't see it being used even with the buff. I think it would be used more often. It'll be very annoying, but it still won't be used that often. It can be easily countered. Inferno Dragon, also another card they just recently. I feel like when Supercell releases a new card, all but the Mega Minion, or the Meta Minion as people call it, they make it underpowered because they don't want to just completely change the meta with one new card. Make it a must-have card. So I feel like making it being wary of how good it is and making it kind of underpowered. Because with a Mega Minion, they released it. I really don't think they wanted it to be this overpowered like it is now. But again, hit points, more hit points is always good. I don't know if it takes one more hit from a tower or all the interactions. And it retargets quicker. That's a huge buff. Before, you could just send skeletons over. And it would be all chasing around, be all trying to reconnect its beam. It just wasn't good. It's better in the lower arenas. But as it says here, the use rate is very low at the top. There's room for a few more hit points. He's wearing a mean-looking helmet after all. Yeah, okay. Quicker retargeting, make him less vulnerable to distraction. I think this will maybe bring back the Air Fecta, the Mega Minion, the Lava Hound, Clone, Inferno Dragon. I feel like that will be a popular deck, more popular than it already was, but I feel like throwing an Inferno Dragon in a Lava Hound deck is a lot, better now. The Balloon, this I'm not really happy about at all. Death damage by 105%, which is, I think, brings it up to maybe 200 damage. It kills archers, kills goblins now, kills spear goblins, skeletons, minion horde, which is going to be awful, because oftentimes if I see a balloon down, I'll put minion horde, and they'll survive. But again, like I say here, when your balloon reaches the opponent's tower, it's huge, but when it doesn't, it's a bit of a flop. It kills golems, archers, more consistent impacts in the arena. I really do not want a balloon meta. If there's a balloon meta, I will cry, because balloon is one of those cards where you hate losing to a balloon. Your tower is gone in seconds if a balloon's locked onto your tower. There's really nothing you can do about it. Now you really can't counter it as easily. You don't counter with goblins, but still, oftentimes, it'll be, like a giant and then a balloon combo. You're placing down goblins to, chip away at the giant while you're cycling through or something. Minions, it's going to be a pain dealing with the balloon now. But the wizard, I'm also not happy about, because my deck is heavily countered by the wizard, and making the wizard better once more is not something I like. It's 5 elixir, it can be killed by lightning. I am focusing on my fireball to level it up so it kills a tournament cap wizard on the ladder. But if they have a level 8 wizard, then I'm screwed. Then I really need to play around that, bait out the wizard, kill it, then push. Because my deck is very countered at, because I have barbs, I have minion horde, I have both goblins. It's going to be a big pain with the wizard. I still don't see it being used a lot. The giant skelly, we're not even going to talk about more damage. It's not going to be used. The lumberjack, again, is one of the most underwhelming legendaries in the game. Increasing its hit points, maybe we'll take an extra hit from the tower, extra hit from an archer, spear goblin, stab goblin, but again, they've buffed it a few times. It's still just a middle card. It's not going to be used in the top 200, I don't think, ever, honestly, unless they make a lumberjack meta, which I don't think they'll do, because that'll be wicked annoying. Bomber has always been a favorite card in the game, even though I don't use it. It's kind of bad, but it one-shots archers, which is kind of big, because before it takes 2 shots, the archers kill it, the bomber's gone. But now they can just throw a bomb, archers are gone. And since this whole patch is indirectly nerfing archers, because they're getting killed so much easier with the balloon, the bomber, lumberjack, mortar. It's just, the bomber it has been a bad card since the beginning of the game. I feel like they're trying to make it not bad and just kind of okay, not overpowered, because an overpowered bomber wouldn't be very fun at all to deal with or even have. The mortar, the boulder explosion radius, so that just makes it, that's a kind of a little fix, because before, a mini P.E.K.K.A. or something's running down the lane, mortar goes to shoot it, doesn't touch it, and because the mini P.E.K.K.A. is too fast. I feel like that was that made the mortar bad, but now it can hit that. Explosion radius it's not going to impact any effect on, shooting at the tower. It just makes it so it's an easier card to have in your deck, and it's not such a risk, and it's not so easily countered. The mirror, level 8 mirror, will create max level 1 cards again. The temporary fix, I really don't even know. I guess it didn't work at some point, but the mirror, I don't know. But these are basically my thoughts. The things that I'm most worried about is the balloon and the wizard. I do not want these cards to be good in the game. I don't use balloon, I don't use wizard. But I feel like Supercell has always done a great job with nerfing and buffing everything. They made all the right decisions, to be honest. I can see why they would buff, Giant Skelly again, buff the wizard, buff the balloon. I see why they would do all that. They didn't nerf anything, which kind of scares me, because the notion of one reason I stopped playing this game, Star Wars Battlefront, is because the developers we're gonna make everything overpowered. It's like Project M, okay, and they were making everything overpowered. Supercell is doing a great job, making everything good. Every card in the game is good. You just need to know how to use it. But there are cards that are better than others, obviously. You know, the Mega Minion, the Zap Spell, the Log. They haven't nerfed any of that because I don't think it's necessary. They indirectly nerfed Arches, which were one of the best cards in the game, top 5 in my opinion. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode. I'm kind of happy with this patch, but again, I'm kind of not because, you know, my deck is getting nerfed in a way indirectly. The cards that I don't like facing are being buffed. But I'm just going to deal with it. You know, buff the Inferno Tower, buff the Hog Rider, you know, buff Fireball. I feel like they should buff Spear Goblins because they're very underwhelming, but still keen. It's a very good part of my deck, and it's necessary. But with that, I'm going to wrap up the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Download Clash Royale. You'll love it. It's a great game. I have a lot of friends that play it. A lot of people I know play it. It's the best mobile game out there. It's a time waste. Well, it's not really a time waster, but it's such a good game. Get it. With that, I will wrap up the episode. The link to this article will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching.